Today we're diving into something a lot of you might have been curious about, which is Airbrushing Vallejo Liquid Gold. If you've never used this line before, it's not your typical metallic paint. Liquid gold is alcohol-based and is made with real metal pigments. So the shine and reflectivity you get is on another level compared to acrylic metallics. It looks great, but it also behaves differently. So you can't treat it like your standard acrylic paint. Before we get into the demo, hi, I'm Nico and welcome back to the channel. This video is supported by all of these awesome brands. Huge thanks to them for making content like this possible. Since these paints contain real metallic flakes, you'll want to use a bigger needle, something like a 0.4mm or even better, a 0.7. This helps prevent clogging and ensures the metallic flakes flow evenly. Just like with any metallic paint, we're going to start with a black base. Ideally, a gloss black primer is best, but a regular black primer works too. You can use acrylic, lacquer, or even an alcohol-based primer. The key is to have a smooth dark base so that the metallics really pop. Once your primer is dry, you can thin the Vallejo liquid gold with a little bit of 99% IPA if needed. I personally don't. I use it straight from the bottle. The key is to shake and mix it really well before airbrushing. It should look smooth and flowy, almost like real liquid metal. So start with light even coats and build up gradually. Metallic paints tend to look patchy if you try to lay down too much at once, so patience is key. Move the airbrush steadily and keep the distance consistent to get a smooth reflective finish. If you notice any uneven coverage, just let it dry and come back for another light coat. You can lay several thin coats instead of one heavy one. This will keep the metallic flakes aligned and give a much more even shine. So this paint line was originally developed for decorative arts and restoration work, but they've been adapted for scale modeling, miniatures, and all sorts of hobby applications. What makes them special is that they use real metallic pigments, rather than mica or other substitutes that you often see in metallic paints. That's why the finish has such a realistic shine and why it's more durable than a lot of other metallics out there. Thinning and cleaning with Vallejo liquid gold is actually really straightforward. You'll want to use 99% isopropyl alcohol and just flush your airbrush with it, and you'll see how easily the paint comes off. You could use 70%, but it's much weaker, so you'd need to scrub or spray a lot more to get it fully clean. And a very important tip, never ever use water to thin or clean these paints. Because of the metal particles, water will cause clumping or even rust in your airbrush. Stick to alcohol and clean your tools immediately after use to keep everything working smoothly. You can technically use Vallejo liquid gold for brush painting, but I personally don't recommend it. The metal flakes in the paint are really tough on brush bristles. They can bend, fray, or even break the tips over time. Plus, the alcohol solvent dries fast, which makes it harder to control and can leave uneven streaks. It's definitely best used with an airbrush for smooth, consistent coverage and to protect your brushes. So that's it for this video. Airbrushing Vallejo liquid gold can be intimidating at first, but once you understand how the paint behaves, the results are absolutely incredible. If you've used liquid gold before, or you're thinking about trying it after watching this, let me know in the comments. I always love hearing about your experiences. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye!